All right, people. I haven't done a thing in a while, so I figured I'd get on here and do a reading for you guys. I'm gonna let you know right now, this is gonna be long. I'm gonna try to go as in depth as I can. I'm showing you, already straight up out the deck. You are enough. Let's put that aside over there. But yeah, these are the decks that I'm gonna be using. You already know. I gotta read your shadows. I gotta let you know how it is. I gotta let you know what you need to work on, so you don't feel completely lost. Okay. That's why I use that deck. Let's see. So, I mean, this is the first card that came out. You are enough. That has been like the collective theme right now, or people are discovering that they're worthy. People are discovering that they're enough. People are really starting to see through their own illusions. People are starting to realize that all of those voices, I'm getting chills. All of those things that they had experienced in the past were not indicative of their worthiness, is what I'm hearing. None of that stuff is indicative of your worthiness. Why? Because those voices weren't yours. Those projections weren't yours. They're not inherent to who you are, okay? So once you start, more chills, especially on my right side. Yeah, this is a masculine collective. Take that how it resonates. It doesn't have to be like male, female, gender type stuff. You can be more masculine in your energy, or you can be more feminine in your energy. This is what I'm reading right now for the masculine energy. So if you are a man and you identify with more of your masculine energy, then this message is for you. If you are a woman and you identify with more of your masculine energy, then this message is for you. Okay, not all of it will be just for the masculine, okay, but this is also for the woman who is trying to integrate her masculine. This could also be for the man who is starting to step into their power, starting to realize how powerful they are, their role in this world. Okay. that's what I'm getting. So of course, take it how it resonates. I'm never gonna reach out to you. I don't want your money unless you're trying to give it to me freely by doing a reading, by doing a channeling, by doing whatever of my services you want from me. Of course, if you want to tip me and donate to me, that's fine too. Hey, I'll take your money then. But I'm never gonna reach out and be like, hey, I need some money, can you give me some? Okay, because I'm good, I'm well off. Okay. So don't let any of these scammers try to get you. Okay. But yeah, back to the reading. So the theme has been, and this is a huge collective, okay? This is not just this collective. This could be multiple collectives. This could be across the planet. This could be, across timelines, because it has been a long time coming, okay? The masculine has been also repressed, also suppressed, also programmed to believe otherwise when it comes to their worthiness. So let's see what Spirit has to say. See, your programming is showing. What did I just say? Your programming is showing, and you're starting to see it. You're starting to be aware of it. You're starting to question why you used to think that way. You're starting to understand that some of these things never belonged to you, that it was just programming from other people, programming from cultural norms, programming from the shit that you consume watching on TV, movies, TV, music, like things that you thought were what meant to be a certain type of way, a certain type of person. You started to realize like, oh shit, actually that's not what I want. That's not what I like. That's not who I want to be. And your programming is showing, and you're starting to see it. So this is beautiful. I love it. And let me just say again, yes, a lot of people are starting to wake up on the planet. They're starting to wake up to their truth. They're starting to wake up to who they actually are and who they want to be. Okay? So it does not surprise me that you're starting to wake up to this stuff. Okay? Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Remember your power. Okay? Remember your power. And you're waking up. You're doing more than enough right now. You are where you're supposed to be. Okay? And it's a beautiful thing. I'm smiling inside and out because this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. This is the type of thing that I do on my one-on-one sessions. Like, I don't just you know, like walk you through healing, whatever, right? I do my best to remind you of how powerful you are, okay? Because everyone is just here on earth trying to remember where they came from, trying to walk home, okay? And I'm just that person that's gonna hold your hand while you're walking home, every little bit of the way. Whenever you come see me, I'm gonna hold your hand and be like, all right, let's go this way. You're going the wrong way, this way, let's go. All right, so remember your power, and you are right now, which is beautiful. Excuse me, confirmation burp. Okay, let the moon give you guidance. So instantly, when I think of the moon, I think shadow work, and I think intuition. Everyone has intuition, okay? Men just don't call it that, okay? But listen to it. Listen to those inner parts of you, because these guys, they got a lot to say, okay? And how do you do that? You sit with yourself. You sit with yourself in meditation. You sit with yourself and you journal. You sit with yourself and you ask yourself those questions of like, why do I think this way? Who inside me is thinking this? Who inside me feels this way? Who inside me doesn't understand that no is no? Right? Who inside me is the one that's asking for this over and over again? Who inside me is it that held on to that projection and is now carrying it like it's like the torch in the dark, right? So that's when you ask yourself those questions. And that's the moon, your inner stuff, your inner shadows, your inner babies, all the inner children that you got. And then you get those answers, okay? You get the answers that when you realize that your programming is showing, you start to be like, okay, so there's a reason why I think this. There's a reason why I've held on to this. And that's when you ask yourself, who's holding on to this? Are we ready to let this go? Nervous system, can you do this for us? Are we ready? Are we equipped? Do we have the capacity? Okay. Oh, I got chills again. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's kind of cold in here. Okay. Didn't I just say it's like you were holding a torch in the dark? Okay, now this is a different kind of torch, okay? When I initially put this on here, is because I was knee deep in the twin flame journey, okay? I'm still on the twin flame journey. But the reason why I made this is because I had a moment where I visualized my divine masculine picking up the torch that was at the end of this tunnel, right? He didn't want to go in, okay? The tunnel, the cave was his subconscious. He didn't want to go deep within. And then finally, eventually he did. He picked it up and he decided to go within, right? But initially what this card meant, and what it still means, is pick up the torch and go inwards, go into the darkness, because that torch is not gonna go out. It's not gonna go out. You have innate light within you, okay? It's not always dark. It's not always scary. It's not always like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through, because that torch, that shit is never gonna go out. You are full of unconditional love. At your core, human beings, we are unconditional love. We are light. So regardless of what you think you're gonna find in that cave, in that tunnel, pick up the torch, because that torch is gonna be with you the whole way. And you know what that torch is made out of? That torch is made out of your own light, because how else would it be fueled aside from the collective consciousness light, right? I mean, we're all connected. You're not alone. You know, you have your guides, you have your angels, you have your ancestors, you have your higher self guiding you always. So this card, pick up the torch. I understand you're scared. I understand you don't know maybe what direction to go. I understand that maybe you're like, what if I pick up the torch? What happens? Like, if I pick up the torch, what happens? I don't know. Find out. It's okay to find out. Just do it. Pick up the torch. You're ready to go. You watching this reading right now and you're like, damn, am I ready to go? Questioning if you're ready means that you're ready, because you're questioning it in the first place. Some people never even do that. Okay? Look, I love you, but pick up the damn torch. It's time to go. Okay? It's time to go. It's time to discover yourself. It's time to really, really fall in love with yourself. Because you start doing that, and then I know you love yourself right now, but you can always love yourself more. What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with loving yourself more. Nothing. Are you kidding me? Ain't nothing wrong with loving yourself more. So I just asked Source, I said, what other information is it that we can give them? I got chills again. I'm seeing this card in my head. I'm wondering if it's gonna come out. It's the one that says, you have always been the path to yourself. Honor that. Something along those lines. I don't even remember because I haven't used this deck in a hot minute, you know. But I could probably just find it. If they don't want to give me another card. What else do we need to say, Source? Any more messages? Make room for abundance. Abundance is coming. Abundance exists. It's already yours. It's just in another timeline. So you got to make room so that you can merge with that timeline. Okay? So make room for it. You know how you make room for it? By picking up the torch and going through the shadows, acknowledging that stuff, excuse me, integrating it. Because once it's integrated, it's out of your, how do I explain this? I can't say it's out of your subconscious, but what I'm seeing is like it's being removed from the place where everything comes through. So your attraction point, it gets moved out of your attraction point, it gets integrated. And then once it gets integrated, it moves back into your attraction point, therefore changing the energy of what it is that you're attracting. Does that make sense? So right now you're vibrating at a certain frequency, right? So this is an example. You're feeling lonely. And you said, I really wish I had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, right? But what you don't understand is that when you feel lonely, you're coming from a place of lack, right? Not all the time. We're human. We're conditioned to, you know, we're wired for connection, right? But we're conditioned to feel like that loneliness is bad. We're conditioned to feel like we have to have somebody. So that creates a mindset, the frequency of lack. We believe that if we're not with somebody, we're not worthy. If we're not with somebody, we're not okay. If we're not with somebody, we're failing at something. So understand that when you change your mindset, you change your frequency, and your vibration, you change your vibration and your frequency changes. Sorry, I always mess those up. So think about how it is that you're feeling right now. If you want something, think to yourself, why do I want that thing? How do I feel about wanting that thing? Why do I want to want that thing? And then ask yourself where your vibration is sitting at, right? Do you want that thing because you think that you don't have it, because you feel like you deserve it, because you feel like you're not okay without it? Do you feel like it would just complement your existence, right? Which one is it? And then you can determine from there how you make room for that abundance. Because it's time to create. It's time to create. I don't know what you're creating, but it sounds like you getting ready to do something. I got chills again. So make the room. And then you have the space to create from a place of abundance. I like that. Okay, sunflower action. Yeah, take the action. Pick up the torch. Take the action. Sunflowers may be significant. Yellow has been coming up a lot for me lately. I know that it's coming up for this collective too. Yellow is solar plexus energy. It's personal power. The seed of action, right? Where you create from. So yeah. Take some action. Why are they not taking action, Spirit? They're scared. You're scared. Why are you scared? Ask yourself, why am I scared? What am I fearful of? And I hear, I don't know what's going to happen. I've never been there before. Am I ready for that? Yes, yes, and yes. You're ready for it because you're acknowledging it, because you're aware. Are you ready for it, like, in terms of taking the leap? Yes. Are you ready for it in terms of being able to receive it? That depends on you. It depends on your energy. It depends on how much work you've done. That's why I support to do the work, to move all that stuff out of the way, so you're not attracting from that place no more. So that when it does come in, you understand that it's safe. You understand that it's okay. You understand that this was meant to be for you. You don't doubt it. You don't self-sabotage. And your nervous system, okay, your nervous system knows how to receive it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Dice, chance. The numbers are significant here. This rear view mirror. Everyone keeps looking back. I see a whole bunch of people like looking back, looking back, looking back. Like, what are you looking back at? What are they looking back at, Spirit? Experiences. Things they don't want to repeat. You're afraid that it's gonna like come back at you. Like it's gonna happen again and it's gonna fuck shit up, or you're gonna fuck shit up. Like you believe like there's like I'm not gonna say that like something is out to get you. Oh, chills. But it's like this belief that this is just how it is. Like you think that this is just how life is. You feel like you don't have no control over the stuff that happens to you. You think that this is just like you roll the dice and that's what it was. You roll the dice when you were born and that's how it is. Babe, it ain't not like that, okay? This is why I'm telling you yellow is significant. You need to step into your power. This is why you need to remember your power. Where's this other card? This is why I said you need to remember your power. Because babe, you are the creator of your reality. Okay, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter how anybody else did their own life. Okay, because you're here in yours. You're here in yours. Okay, I want you to say your name out loud, fully, the whole thing. And I want you to say your whole birthday out loud, the whole thing, right after that. And be like, and this is my life. This is the way that I want to do it. This is the way that I'm going to do it. This is the way that I was born to do it. Okay? Because that's gonna like spark up some shit inside of you, okay? Like all these candles inside of you, all these like little firecrackers are gonna start going off, and you just be like, ooh, you might even get chills. You're gonna be like, oh shit, that is exactly who I am. I am not my mother. I am not my father. I am not my guardian. I am not my siblings. I am not fulano de tal, which means whoever the hell. And you're gonna remember who the fuck you are. Because babe, it's your fucking life. It's your life. You have all the power here. Okay? Spirit is just communicating through you. Spirit is just experiencing life through you. You are spirit, babe. We all spirit. Okay? Healing staff. Not healing staff. Medical staff. Healing. Number 13. Ooh. Listen. 13 is the number for the divine feminine. Some of you, and I'm not gonna say like you or like in a mean way, balance, right? We all have masculine and feminine divine energies within us. There's a lot of bees over here. Interesting. Creation. And there's two sets over there making love. Hey, what's up? Treating these two energies within you the way that they deserve to be treated, right? The way that they deserve to be loved is going to aid you in this process. Again, I said this in the reading a while back. I said, look up how the divine feminine and how the divine masculine energies exist within you, what they govern over, how you can work with them so that you can change your reality. Do it. Google it. Please. Google it. The divine feminine is about being, receiving. The divine masculine is about action. It's about co-creation. Excuse me. They both co-create, but the masculine is what really anchors the stuff into the 3D. Okay, the feminine works in the 5D. Now they both alternate sometimes depending on what it is, but that's just normally how they work. Okay, yin yang. It's a constant cycle of the balancing of energies. Okay. Now, the healing, right? Your divine feminine, the divine feminine in general in the collective right now is going through a massive ascension. Okay, the women are waking up. The wombs are getting like all of these crazy downloads. Like our wombs are being upgraded. Our intuitive gifts are being upgraded. So are the men's. The men's too. This is everyone. This is just like the divine feminine collective energy in general, right? It's going through a massive upgrade right now. And this is why there are so many people waking up. There are so many men, gender specific, that are waking up. And for the women, gender, okay, this has been happening for a while now. This is why you see all the uprisings and women becoming more independent, and women wanting to, you know, get careers and stay in their careers, women who are getting divorces, women who are leaving partners that they feel like no longer align with their energy, because everyone is waking up. This is a whole collective, and it's happening differently for each energy, because of course each energy functions differently, but they both still function together. Okay, it doesn't mean anyone's separate, doesn't mean anyone's better than the other. That's not a thing. Okay, people just do that. That's just programming, conditioning. It's not. No, we're all equal. We are all doing the thing, the role that we came here to do. Okay, and messages, feathers. You may see feathers as like confirmation. I'm hearing like you get it often. Like me, I get butterflies often to remind me that I'm on the right path, that my guides are with me, that I'm good. So you might get this as well, or something along the lines of like with feathers is significant for you. But just remember that the messages are always coming in. The messages are always coming in. You just gotta, you know, chill out, take a breather, and then you'll be able to hear it. You're already aware of the fact that you want changes, you want better, that you want more, right? So the message is going to be coming through just like that. Okay, so always pay attention. You see like a weird collection of numbers, Google it. Just be like, what does this angel number mean? I see angel numbers all the time. Aw, heart, love. I have to tap into this, like tap deeper into this. Heart, love. What does this mean, spirit? Self-love, inner love, the more inner love that you give yourself, the more it's going to reflect externally. So the more you work on the stuff within yourself, it's going to show up externally, okay? So the more you love your divine feminine inside of you, the more you love the divine masculine inside of you, the more it's going to reflect in your reality. I asked for divine union back in February, and I've been able to come into union within myself multiple times already. And I'm just cruising till it shows up in my reality, right? And I'm like inching closer and closer. I get my little breadcrumbs from the universe telling me that it's coming, right? But yeah, you have the love that you want from someone else, that you're looking for externally, already exists within you, okay? You must first love yourself in a way that is indestructible, that is so solid. I'm not gonna say that no one can break you, because I mean, hold up, I'm trying to get them to like explain it to me in a easier way. Love yourself in a way that you see no one but yourself. And this is not, I mean, like, be ignorant, and this is not, I mean, like, be selfish. I mean, like, you see yourself in everyone and everything. You experience that sense of, like, oneness. You experience yourself through other people, and this is what we already do. We're all mirrors to one another. But you understand that by loving yourself, the reflections you see in other people of yourself will allow you to continue that fluidity of love. Does that make sense? So it doesn't matter who you're interacting with. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what was said to you. You can still look at them and be like, damn, like, I love myself so much that I have some to give you. And I understand why you're being that way. I know why you're being that way. And I'm not saying tolerate shit, right? Because you don't need to do that. But I'm saying understand that the reflection that you're seeing, the person that you're seeing, may be somebody that you were before a long time ago, or this is just something that you need to acknowledge, because there's no point in hating people. There's no point in, like, wanting to experience something other than just love, right? Like, how I'm sorry, I'm hearing them, like, everybody's like chattering right now, and I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Like, help me out here. They're just all having, like, their own discussion up there, and I'm just like, bro, like, we literally said we were gonna be in a meeting right now. Until you feel, okay, here it is. Until you feel that unconditional love within yourself for yourself, I'm not saying you cannot expect it from other people, because you can, but you won't understand how to receive it. Okay? Until you have experienced it within yourself, for yourself, you won't understand how to receive it. And I'm not saying you won't experience it, because you will. But you won't understand how to receive it, how to absorb it. Okay? Because whatever level of consciousness, of understanding of love that you have now, that's your attraction point. Okay? So the more you heal, and the more you love yourself into being, is the higher your vibration goes, and the higher your capacity for receiving this higher love becomes within you. Okay? I hope that makes sense. If you do have questions, you know, just pop it in the comments and I'll answer. I think I'm done with this deck. I thought it was gonna be a much longer reading than... Oh, yeah, see? Mirror reflection. Take a look at yourself in the mirror, babes. personal power. See, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, it might all come out of order, but you know what? We're just gonna remind you where your power sits. Put your crown back on, because you never dropped it, you never lost it, you never misplaced it. Okay, you just remembering that you have a crown up here. Okay, that's why it's called crown chakra. Okay, but yeah, mirror reflections. All those people that you think are like so cool, all those people you think like, oh my god, they got it together, like, oh my god, like, I really want to be like that. Like, that is you, babe. That is you. You think that person is hot as fuck? You hot as fuck too. You just don't see it right now. You gotta remember everything that you do, everything that you're becoming is just you remembering. It's just you remembering. You're moving the muck out of the way so that you can remember. Okay? So think of it like this. Like, you know how like in those like the Rolodexes, right, with the phones, the phone numbers and stuff. Think of like a Rolodex, right? It's like this, right? And you have this memory right here of you being fucking amazing, being, you know, the best version of you, blah blah blah, whatever, right? But then this right here, this is a shadow. Okay, in order for you to get to this, you need to flip this out of the way to see this. Okay, does that make sense? So if this is no longer useful, this is no longer aligned with you, this bitch expired, girl, take this shit out. We ain't using that no more. We're gonna go ahead and look at this one right here. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me. But yeah, see if we got any more cards. This one right here. What she say? Ooh, distractions. I was just looking at a cloud yesterday and I was just like, damn, that's an interesting cloud. And then I had a thought process. I'm like, what is going on right now? And I started thinking to myself, like, all the things that I'm doing that I'm using as like for either coping or because I just don't want to do nothing else, you know. So here it is, distractions, with the number 11 on there. Distractions. What do you want to let them know? Excuse me. So they're saying like the distractions as far as like the things that you do, and then they're giving me examples of like the doom scrolling, of like eating what you're not supposed to be eating, because I'll be doing that sometimes too. Drinking alcohol, what else? This is consuming stuff that you're not supposed to be consuming, whether that's food, information, listening to other people that you shouldn't be listening to, absorbing shit from your environment. So like, you're probably not grounding, you're probably not taking care of yourself like you could be or you should be. Yeah, distractions, just letting other things get in the way of what you actually want to do. Indecision, not stepping into your power, your solar plexus. The distractions that keep you from actually stepping into your power, from making your own decisions, from making your own thoughts, making your own patterns, making your own reality. That's what I'm getting for that. So in order for you to release some of these distractions, you got to repattern, babe. You have to, I mean, you're already somewhat aware, but I'm telling you right now, when I pull the Shadow Deck card out, it's going to call you out hard. And I'm just going to go ahead and confirm it. All right. Procrastination. Yep. Putting things off becomes a bad habit, so use time management strategies. See what I mean? You're doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing. Like, you're putting other stuff in front of it. Like, That's gonna help you. Mysterious shift. Personal growth can happen quickly and in ways you may not initially understand. So doing little bits helps. Okay, I'm not saying fucking go and, you know, fucking delete all of your social media. I'm not saying go and delete, you know. Hey, when you notice yourself and like 3 hours have passed by and you're still doom scrolling, be like, oh shit, actually, I'm gonna start with putting my phone down for 20 minutes and see what that feels like. See what it feels like. I went on like a week and a half of like a break from social media, and it was wild. Like, I had no idea that that's how much it was affecting me. And then I came back feeling refreshed and good, and now I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and do it again because I used to love reading. I do still love reading, but it took so much time away from reading actual books that it made me realize, like, damn, I be on my phone way too much, you know. And that was some of the distractions that I was using, so I'm moving away from that. So little shifts, little tiny shifts. You don't mean fucking throw your phone out the window, okay? But put it face down so you don't see the notifications, right? And then give yourself 10, 15, 20 minutes, work up to it, to recalibrate and sit with yourself and be with yourself, okay? You'll notice a difference, trust me. Little changes like that, you'll notice a difference. And here we go, discernment. Don't run from difficult emotions. Sit with them and allow them to shift. Part of the healing process is letting yourself feel this stuff, okay? You can't intellectualize your way into understanding yourself. Sometimes you gotta feel that shit, and that shit ain't gonna be so nice. It ain't gonna be so fucking cute, excuse me, and pretty. But it's gonna happen, and you just gotta let yourself do it. You gotta set that time apart for you to move through it, okay? And I promise you, sometimes some of that shit is fucking heavy, okay? And that's okay. That's fine. You know, just make sure you set up a good little support system for yourself if you have one. If you don't have one, hey, come back here, comment below, and we'll get to chatting from there. Don't worry about it. Or you can book me. I can do that for you too. But don't worry about it. You always got somebody. There's always a way. Okay? You just gotta tell your guides, you gotta tell your ancestors, you gotta tell your higher self, you gotta tell the universe, say, hey, I really want to do this thing. Can you open the road for me? And trust me, that shit's gonna flood into your reality. Again, with the self-reflection. Looking inward helps you see what to improve to make better choices. Yeah, so you're becoming aware. You're starting to realize this stuff, okay? And taking that time for yourself is going to help you move forward. Move the muck out of the way, okay? Move the muck out of the way. Take that time to look at the muck directly in the face and be like, I don't need you no more. I don't want you here no more. You don't belong here no more, okay? Move it out the way so all that other abundance can come in. Healing clarity. Amplify your emotions and bring your shadows to the surface to heal them. Yep. You want to know what to do? You want to know which direction to go? Clear up your energy. Clear up your energy. You know, every time you go to take a shower, just be like, body, use this water to cleanse me. Okay? If you are the type of person that likes to go out into nature and hike, say, body, use this time to cleanse my energy. And then you'll notice you'll come out fresh, spanking new. Okay? You come out clearer. You have like a lot more energy, and then you'll be able to think straight. Okay? Let's see if we got any more cards in this deck. Ooh. Feeling lost, yeah. Wandering aimlessly, but time and self-reflection brings clarity and purpose. See, I'm not lying to you. Why would I lie to you? Why would I lie to you? You just gotta do it, babes. That's it. You gotta take the initiative. You gotta do it. You're ready. Ready, set, go. Let's see what else. What else comes up here? No. closed-minded, unwilling to consider other perspectives or entertain new ideas. Be more open. My masculine man, y'all like to put yourself in these mental prisons and overthink. Okay? Chill out. Chill out. At least listen to the new ideas. At least listen to the stuff that is coming in. Listen to the messages, because guess what? Your subconscious is going to absorb what it needs to and tell the other stuff to go away. Okay? You're doing it exactly as you're supposed to be doing it, but at least give me, one ear. One ear. Open up your soul to absorb new information so that you can grow. Okay? Every day you wake up, be like, you know what? I am open to new ideas today. Let's see what the universe got for me today. Let's see what information I can get out of this. Let's see what growth I can get out of this day. You never know. You never know. Yeah, you're resisting change. Uncertainty about the future requires you to adapt to new ways of doing things. See what I'm saying? I ain't lied to you. Universe is saying, open up. We at the door. Open up. We at the door. We trying to get in. We trying to help you out. Stop resisting it. Open the damn door. Pick up the torch. Get ready to go. They've been waiting on you. Your guides have been waiting on you. Your ancestors are waiting on you. Your higher self is waiting on you. So what are you doing? What is you doing? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go fucking party. Okay? Because wherever you're going, it's going to be a party. It's always going to be a celebration. There's always going to be love. There's always going to be better shit. Better life. Better you. Okay? Better opportunities. More abundance. Okay? So, you resisting. That's okay. Everybody does it. I do it too. But you gotta remember to surrender. Surrender. I just did a 30-day container for surrendering to yourself. It's free. You just gotta make a Slack account, log in, and then you get 30 days of shadow work questions, acts of surrender for yourself to do every single day. It is 30 days. It's not that much. I just need like 20-30 minutes of your time every single day. Again, it's free. You can log in, do it, and you can write in there if you want to. You don't have to. Eventually I'm gonna put it on a PDF so that everybody can just download the PDF. But I'm waiting for this container to end so that I'm gonna start another one. But I'm gonna wait for this container to end so I can put it all on PDF and then have it available for people as just like a downloadable item, right? But I'll do that when I'm done with this container. Anyways, materialism. Relentlessly pursuing wealth and possessions and putting them above care for others. The care for others in this situation is yourself. You think, and this is normal, okay? Men are conditioned to believe that they need to have more, they need to do more, they need to own this or own that, have this, have that, do this, do that, in order for it to equate to their worth. And this is why it's a huge thing right now, where men are realizing, like, I got all this stuff, but I still don't feel worthy. I still don't feel full. I still don't feel like I deserve it. And they're thinking to themselves, I still don't feel happy. I still don't feel content. I still don't feel fulfilled, right? And the materialism is something that has been like into the masculine for eons, because that's just how the programming has been on earth, right? But now men are waking up and they're starting to realize, damn, like, I got all this shit, but man, I still ain't happy. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I can go out and live in the woods and be fucking happy-go-lucky, right? But what's happening is that men, masculines, the masculine energy is being called to fulfill their purpose, their role, their divine role, And when you look up those roles, the divine energy roles, you'll understand that it's more than just providing. It's more than just protecting. It's more than just, you know, serving. It's a lot more than that. And this is why Spirit always says, like, go look up the divine energies and how they reflect in you, like what it means for them to exist inside of you, because it's so much more than just the materialistic shit. Like, it really is. And the reason why it says that put that care above others or yourself in this specific collective is because you're doing all this stuff, you're achieving all of these things, you're doing all these things. Most of the time it's because you want validation, you want approval, you want you know, your partner to stay, you want your partner to be happy, you want your kids to have everything you didn't have, you want, you know, all of this stuff. But you're not really thinking, like, do I actually want that? Do I actually want to marry this person because it actually makes me happy? Or am I marrying them because I'm checking a box, because that's what society told me to do, right? And this goes for women too. This is for women too. This is for the masculine inside of women, right? That's why I said, take it how it resonates. Look up the divine energies and what they mean and how they operate in your human body, in your human system, and your human energetic field, and how it creates a reality, so that you can understand how to navigate, where to start, where to go, and where to continue. Because it's not just the male-female roles. It's not just like, oh, well, you know, I don't know, whatever. You know, like, it's just, there's so much more than the shit that people online tell you. Okay, this is why it's important for you to become aware and to want to do a lot of this stuff, a lot of the healing, you know, at least to begin. If you need some help, you know, hit the link in my bio, whatever. But it's important that you start to really question things, start to question yourself, you know, question the voices in your head, and really be like, is this what I really want, or is this something that somebody said to me and then I just got looping in my head and now that's my reality, right? Because you're so much more. You're so much more. And I understand that maybe you don't see it right now. I see it though. Source sees it. We're just in a human reality right now. We're just experiencing different things and we're learning more about ourselves. And you just need to become aware of everything that's happening so that you can understand yourself. Because you're just the observer. You're the observer in your reality. You're the observer, the creator, the one who creates and destroys. You're literally everything. Roam free. Love your untamed and wild side. Follow your instincts and trust your inner voice. See what I'm saying? You gotta ask yourself what you really want. So a lot of those voices are gonna pop up and they're gonna be like, no, you don't actually want that. You gotta think about it. Those voices that are like judging you, that are being mean to you, that are like questioning you, those aren't your voices. They're not your voices. So don't listen to those. Listen to the one that speaks softly and says, you know what? I actually want to live somewhere where I can see the sunrise and the sunset. And if you hear a voice say like, what the hell you want that for? That means you gotta live far away from your family, from everything that you know, everything. That's fear speaking, that's ego. Okay? So again, roam free. You gotta listen to that inner voice of yours. I'm gonna ask for one more card. One more card, Spirit. Competitive. Okay. Competitive. Beware. The relentless pursuit of success at the expense of other values. What am I telling you? Your other values is the shit that you want actually for yourself. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You really can't. Alright. Well, look. I think that's all I got for you today. I'm asking if anybody wants to say anything else. They said they got free will. They're going to listen or they're not going to listen. I mean, they're right. So, gotta reset my cards here. I love you guys. I hope this message helped. I know it was super long. And trust me, I can go even deeper in depth, you know, for you besides these shadow cards. I can talk to your subconscious. I can talk to your higher self. I can talk to your ancestors. I can talk to your spiritual guides. Whatever information it is that you are seeking, I can help you figure it out. Okay, if it's time for you to receive it. If it's time for you to receive it, I gotta go ahead and say that. If it's time for you to receive it. Sometimes we're not ready to receive the information we're looking for. Okay, myself included. I can see past all kinds of shit. I can see through all kinds of shit. But sometimes my guides be like, you don't even know that right now. And I'm like, all right, I digress. I will shut the hell up and keep it moving. So, all right, I love you. I hope this message helped. And if you're interested, obviously hit the link in my bio. Yeah, I do random collective readings. I'm trying to do it a little bit more, but you know, I got my own shit I'm going through. All right, so all right, I love you guys. Bye.